All right, Todd, thanks for your patience. Around here at Metro Kia, we do things a little bit differently. What we want to do today is give you all the information you need to make a well-informed decision. We'll give you the price. We'll give you the price we'll buy your car for. We'll give you bank recommended down payments, and we'll also give you a series of payments. Our customers have told us time and time again, and we've also experienced it with them when they try to trade, that they would rather be in the equity position quicker. They'd like to trade sooner. They'd like to pay their vehicles off faster. So we've taken a page out of the mortgage industry's book. In the last 10 years, because interest rates have been so low, literally millions of people have refinanced their homes. Okay? Now, of all those millions of people that refinanced their homes, they all went into a mortgage broker's office knowing their interest rate was going down and expecting their payments to go down as well. Yet, millions, when they left the broker's office, left with a higher payment. You know why? Well, the broker showed them how to save $200, $150, $100,000, $50,000, $300,000 by reducing the term from 30 to 20, 30 to 15, even 30 to 10. Now, Todd, I can't save you $100,000 today, but I can save you $5,000. Okay? Let me show you how. You own your new Kia for this. We're going to buy yours for $9,000. This is a bank recommended payment, and here are 3 payments that nobody in the state of Georgia is courageous enough to show you. The first one is over $1,000 a month. But you know what? This is the best payment for you. Maybe. It's up to you. This payment is short term, 36 months. You pay it off sooner. You build equity faster, literally, with the first payment. We call it the in and out. It gives you the freedom to trade or sell it sooner if you so desire. Plus, it saves you money. Now, 60 months, we call this payment the way more comfortable payment, and it's also more flexible. More comfortable for obvious reasons. It's significantly less than the 36-month payment. More flexible for not so obvious reasons. Look, if things change in your financial world, Todd, you get a raise, you get a bigger than anticipated bonus, you get an inheritance, you win a little bit in the lottery, you can always pay this down way sooner than 60 months. Without penalty. So you can enjoy some of the same things that happen in 36 months. You just do it in your own time frame. And then right in the middle, at 48 months, the payment is way lower than it would be at 36, a little bit higher than it would be at 60. Our customers call this the best of both worlds. So if you will circle and initial the payment that works best for you, and then okay this right there, I'll get your new Sorrento ready for delivery.
I think we're a little off on the trade, and I need to be a little bit less on that monthly payment.
Okay. The fact that you want a lower payment and more for your trade is evidence, hard evidence, that you are a regular, normal human being. Everybody does. Okay? It's not a problem, we understand. If we can fix the trade and fix the payment, you take your new Sorrento home today, correct? Okay, good. Now, I'm going to guess that if you want more for your trade, that you probably have spent a little bit of time on KBB. Right? All right. You know, KBB is a terrific site. Millions of consumers use it, and so do we. But the purpose of KBB, their business model is to make a profit. Yet, it doesn't cost you a thing to go on KBB, does it? It doesn't cost me a thing either. The way they make a profit is they drive advertising revenues. Okay? The way you drive advertising revenues in the internet world is you attract more and more people to your site. So, what KBB's business model is this. They attract people to their site because they offer up information on how to buy and sell cars. Because everybody's got a car in the country, practically. Now, if you were going to put together a website that offered people values on their car, and the idea was to attract as many people as you could in order to drive advertising revenues, if you were going to err, would you err on the high side of the value or the low side of the value?
High side.
You know what? That's perfectly normal. And there's nothing wrong with them doing that. So let's do this. To make sure that we're talking apples to apples, I'm going to punch in a couple things. I'm going to punch in the make, the model, the year, and the miles, which is what you did. And then I'm also going to check 2 buttons, either 2-wheel or 4-wheel drive, or V6 or V8, right? That's 6 bits of information that KBB asks you to determine the value of a $10,000, $9,000, or $11,000 piece of equipment. Now, you and I both know that if someone's going to buy your car, if you advertised it on the internet and someone came over, they'd probably want to know a little bit more than just the make, model, years, and miles, wouldn't they? Sure, they're going to go over it with a fine-tooth comb. KBB doesn't do that because that's not their business. Their business is just to get you there. But it still gives us a good starting point. So let's go through here. And we get down to here, and I'm going to guess that you saw this right here, a Kia Sorento in very good condition. They say it's worth about 11 grand, right? Okay, hey, you know what? Good starting point. Did you happen to notice this little area right here? Mm-hmm. All right, this says instant cash offer. Most people don't know this. KBB will buy your car from you, okay? Now, you'd think that if they're going to buy your car from you, that when you hit this button, they'd be ready to write a check for $10,857, wouldn't you? Well, not quite the case. The first thing I want you to notice is the type and the number of questions that they are now going to ask us.
Hello?
The first question they ask us is, what color is your car? KBB didn't ask you what color your car is, did they? Why would they now ask us what color the car is? Some colors are worth more than other colors. Okay? Now, the next question is, are you the first owner of the car? And you are, right? Why do they want to know that?
Books, records.
A one-owner car is more valuable than a two-owner car, or a three-owner car, or a four-owner car. Next question is, do you have the title free and clear? Which you don't. Mm-hmm. Now, why do they want to know that? A free and clear title makes the car worth more. Mm-hmm. Because right now, whoever buys it, whether it's these people, us, or somebody else, they're going to have to pay off your car. They're going to have to wait for the title to arrive. They're going to have to get the lien removed. Then and only then can they turn the car. Mm-hmm. So their money is literally tied up longer. They want to know if you've got both sets of keys and the keypads. Do you do it? You have them both? That's great news, because you know what? To replace those is $200 to $300. They want to know if there's ever been an insurance file or a claim filed against your car. Has there been? Okay? They want to know these things. They want to know about 200 different things. Okay? I'm not going to go through all of them. If I check this box right here, it's not up right now, but I know the site so well, I can tell you what it is. If I check this site right here on wear and tear, they're going to ask about your tires. You put tires in there about 40,000 miles ago, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Okay. They're going to ask about the condition of the paint. Look, your car's gorgeous, but it's going to need some work. The bottom line is, here's what they'll offer you for your car in cold hard cash. $9,078. I know what you're thinking. Well, gee, that's $78 more than you will, Steve. That's not the case either. Because if you sold it to those people in order to make yourself $78 and you came back here to buy the Sorento, the price would have gone up by $607. You know why?
Tax.
Tax credit. So in fact, we're offering you almost $600 more than the biggest player in the automotive world is for your car. I need your okay right there.
What about the payment?
Ah, the payment. Good one. Your last payment was $455 a month. I'm going to bet you $1 to the dime that was the highest payment you ever had in your entire life, right? Mm-hmm. So 702 breaks the record significantly, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Okay, I tell you what, Todd, let's look at the big picture here, okay? Most people look at this and say, gee, what I don't want to do 30 days from now is cut a check for $702 to Kia Finance or whoever. You know, I don't blame you a bit. But if you look at the big picture and you look at what things might be like 5 years from now when you've got it paid off, I think it'll make a little more sense. Have you ever been to a financial planner?
No.
Okay. If you ever go to one, and you may have read this, they always say, to be a good saver, pay yourself first. Okay? If you want to save $100 a month, set aside $100 a month right off the top. Then make your mortgage, rent, heat, light, car, food, etc. Well, most people have a very difficult time doing that. However, with a $702 car payment, you in fact are paying yourself way closer to the top. Let me show you what I mean. You paid $30,000 for that vehicle, all right? Now, the American Leasing Guide, Kelley Blue Book, Edmunds, any of the sites are going to tell you that this car, 5 years from now, will be worth about 40% of its original value. I mean, it's a depreciating asset, okay? Now, it could be worth a lot more if you keep it in great condition. It could be worth less if it's trashed. But if it's worth 12 grand at that point in time, what you've got is an asset that's worth $12,000, free and clear. It comes in the form of a car title, okay? A lot of people have never seen one of these. But, you know, once you get that car title, and there's no lien on it, I mean, it's worth exactly what the car's worth. You can borrow against it. I mean, you can trade it, you can sell it, completely up to you. But if that's the case, do me a favor. Divide 12,000 by 200 for me. I'm sorry, divide 12,000 by 60, which is your term, 60 months.
Okay.
200, right? $200 of this 702 is going into a savings account. Now, it doesn't look like a piggy bank. It's not going into Wells Fargo. It's not going into Chase. It's going into a car title that you'll receive in the mail when you've paid this vehicle off. And if that's the case, that means your net payment is $502. But let's reduce it to the ridiculous. Divide that by 30, and that's $16.73. That's all you pay to drive your new Kia Sorento. But it gets even better than that. Multiply now 12,000 times 7%.
$840.
That $840 comes to you in the form of a tax break bonus, because when you go to trade this car in, you're going to get a 7% tax credit again, which is $840 on top of it. So that 702, it looks big, and it is, but when you boil it down, you're building equity. You're going to create a little additional cash and tax credit. Your net payment's going to be $502. You're paying $16.73 a day for your car. I need you to okay that right there.
Now, if they start taking their shoes off, what am I supposed to do?
But